WCSM's General Store is brought to you by Christine Flynn, your local farmer's insurance agent. Orion Saft, the AME Group for all your technical needs. And Buy Now Closeouts, your local discount retailer. WCSM is recorded at 70X7 Studio.
Hello there. We were doing a little air guitar, a little air band in here. With the,
What?
Is that opening music not fantastic?
Yeah, I love that.
The juice harp.
Juice harp.
What's it called?
Juice harp.
It's a juice harp.
Juice
Have you ever seen one?
harp. I just saw you play an air one.
Well,
Does that count?
I bet Michael threw up a picture, but it's
juice
like
harp.
a heavy piece of a heavy gauge like steel, and it kind of almost looks like the opening of a lock in a door, like the old skeleton. So it kind of looks like, but then it's got this softer piece of metal in the inside, so when you're playing it, you're like ding, 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 and over your mouth.
How's that? One more time.
It's almost like almost has a wah-wah effect.
A Wawa, like the gas station.
No.
Yeah,
No.
there is a gas station named Wawa, but that's
Thank
not
you.
what she's
Do you
talking
know what a wah-wah is?
I thought I did.
They're like,
Like-
a synthesizer on an electric guitar.
Yeah.
First ones that came out that had the tube when you.
Those were
Yeah.
black magic boxes or whatever.
Exactly,
Those
yeah.
are what Joe
Yeah.
Walsh would use, like
Yeah,
on rock.
exactly.
Oh,
I remember. Yeah, I remember. Something Mountain,
Rocky Mountain Way.
Rocky Mountain Way.
Yeah.
Great tune.
Yeah, so that's what that was. But yeah, a wah-wah is kind of a foot pedal kind of, and you can kind of do this whole, thing, you know.
I wonder if that's how they
Never
got the name
mind.
of the gas
None
station.
of that is technical. It's
I don't
just-
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I've been to a Wawa before.
I've never been to a Wawa. I've never been to a Buc-ee's. I've
I've been to
either.
Buc-ee's.
I'm dying.
Been to
Apparently,
Buc-ee's?
there's one coming to Indianapolis or Indiana. Maybe the Evans.
Oddly enough, the best thing I think about a Buc-ee's is the restrooms. But total
Now why is that?
privacy. Total
Okay.
privacy.
Heated seats.
I don't know about heated. I don't remember heated seats, but very clean. I will say they keep it very clean.
Okay.
And I mean, it's like your
This
own
is
little
like the
room.
new Buc-ee's are like the new Stuckies.
Yeah.
Well,
when-
they're on steroids.
But I mean, like back
Oh,
in the
yeah.
70s when you would travel
yeah.
and go places
Yeah.
on vacation with your families.
Yeah.
Because back then you road tripped everywhere, right? People weren't flying unless it was like the wealthy, right?
Right.
And we weren't. So we were driving everywhere. But I wanted to stop at every Stuckey's. And my
Right.
favorite thing at the Stuckey's to get was a pecan log roll.
I was gonna say that's what they advertise.
and the suckers that are like twisted like this and they're all rainbow colored, they're
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
And then also I started a collection of state spoons. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They had the state emblem in the very top of the spoon.
My grandmother had a collection of those.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that I always
Not
had
that you're old.
No, right. I see, I feel you.
But now there is a Stuckey's. There is one Stuckey's left, I believe. It's in
There
New
is?
York.
I didn't know that.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
Michael have to check that, but yeah, it's the last time I looked for a Stuckey's, there was one left in New
Yeah,
York.
so Stuckey's back in the day was
Yeah.
what Buc-ee's is now, but
So-
certainly on
Yeah.
steroids. Buc-ee's.
Now-
They have like, I'm not exaggerating. I bet they have 150 gas dispensers, maybe more.
No.
It's unbelievable how much.
I can't wait to see one.
It is really unbelievable how many gas dispensers they have, and they're always full. You hardly find one that's open.
And I've heard that they've got like great food, like their brisket
They do.
and their pulled pork and stuff is just like out
For
of this
me,
world.
it's just a little too.
What was
chaotic.
remember the big mall truck stop thing we stopped at on some football road trips out when we'd go to like Iowa or Wisconsin?
When we went to Iowa, the truck stop?
It's like right at the,
The
state
80,
line.
the 80,
I-80,
it's the
I
largest
think.
truck stop in America.
Okay, this is like a mall. Is
Quad Cities.
or
Yeah.
Buc-ee's anything like that?
I don't know.
Or-
I've been to that.
Yeah,
You've been to that
similar,
one.
but
Okay, yeah.
Buc-ee's caters more to not truck drivers. They cater
Buc-ee's is
more to-
basically a
Well, if they're anti-truck driver, then
They're
don't-
not
I don't-
necessarily. Although I do, the one I stopped to in Georgia, I think it said no trucks.
No kidding.
I think it did.
they're really kind of like a what's the name of? Now I'm going to forget the name of the. It's a big store. Starts with an M.
Macy's.
Not Walmart.
Mary's.
No.
Meyer.
Meyer. It's like a Miger. That's what
Miger.
we call it. A Miger. Me and Griffin. We
Yeah.
call it Migers.
Yeah.
It's like a Miger gas station.
Yeah, it is. That's
Kinda.
true. That's true.
Because apparently you can do everything at the Buc-ees. Like you
no
can buy
idea.
everything.
Clothes.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
They got souvenirs. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How about that?
I can't wait.
The privacy in the bathroom is worth stopping alone.
And there's probably.
I'm sure there's heated seats in there somewhere.
Are there
probably
150 stalls like there are
Probably.
gas stations?
And,
like gas
and they're really nicely
would make
marked,
sense.
so you can tell if it's open or not open.
Oh,
which is
that's-
Okay.
That's very.
That's handy.
No.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to get on your head.
Well, if there were
and
to be
look up.
150 people there knocking on doors,
Hey, anybody in there? I see your shoes.
you can't see shoes.
Just
You can't,
they call
you can't
that.
see shoes.
Oh, the door goes all the way down.
Oh, it's
So-
top to bottom. There's no.
At other
when
gas-
I say privacy,
Yeah.
you have privacy.
No kidding.
Oh, that's the.
So instead, you got to crawl up on the.
you can't do that. No,
Look down.
no, it's full all the way top.
What is going on here with her?
There's no peeking.
Is there like some type
No
of
peeking
creepy
at the
stalking
bathroom.
thing in the bathroom?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to travel with you. Okay.
I know. I know where she's coming. She
Okay.
used to not pay the dime at Kmart and crawl over or under.
I got the army crawled down.
Do you remember when they used to
Wow.
charge a dime?
What do you mean crawl? I can walk under a bathroom.
Well,
a
that's-
normal bathroom stall
That's
door, I can
probably
walk
true.
right under it.
I didn't even think about that.
That's a good point.
Take that.
I will take that. Do you remember the dime charge
Oh,
at the
yeah.
restrooms?
How about
3D
that?
used to have the dime restroom.
They'd charge you a dime to use
Yeah.
the toilet.
Well,
Yep.
the water.
Yeah.
It does. I mean,
Yep.
I've asked my kids to chip in like that.
Hey, what store was that you thought?
3D. You remember 3D?
Are 3D still open? Okay,
I
there
don't
we go.
think
Oh,
I rest my point. There
Yeah.
it is. It's because they were charging you a dime to go
Right.
use the potty.
Just
Yeah.
nickel and diming you.
Yep,
Literally.
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 And once again, the
But
show comes off.
I will say it is nice to
And you know what? You know what else? Now that we're on this subject, this is going to be the whole show. We're all completely off the rails. We're just going to stay here. So you know what else drives me crazy is that they charge for air
Oh,
at a gas
they
station.
do.
I'm breathing it.
Yes, they do.
It's free.
Yeah.
Like, why do they charge for
I-
air? I mean,
don't
I know why. It's,
Yeah.
I love capitalism.
But they
Don't
usually
get me
take
wrong,
credit cards.
but-
It's just convenient.
Yeah.
They what?
They usually take a credit
Oh,
card.
sure they
but that's
do, yeah.
convenient.
Yeah.
But you're right. That used to not be a thing.
No, it used to always be
it's
free
nuts.
air.
Always free.
Well, they've lost the money out of their payphones, so
Yeah.
they had to make up
Yeah.
for it somewhere.
Yeah.
And their Coke machines, I guess. But I mean, you go inside and get your Coke now. But yeah, there
Wow.
used to be payphones that they, but now they charge for air.
Things have sure changed.
I'm
And,
just-
I mean, who would have thought, like when we were kids, I don't remember bottled water either
No,
when we were kids.
Which is again a scam. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This
Are they scamming us?
I mean, you can get it out of your faucet, right? Put it in a cup with a lid and carry it with you. Is that not the same thing as bottled water?
True, but what if your faucet's not there? Where you are.
Or
you
you're
want
spacey like I am, and you run out the door and don't take your.
see. So
It helps.
It's just another
I
step of
get
them
it.
dumbing us down. We can't find water ourselves. I've got a water fork out in the truck. I'll just go look for it.
There you go.
it's a conspiracy, isn't it?
It is all a conspiracy. Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm not a prepper though.
You know
Are you?
what?
Do you prep at all? Are
What are
you?
you?
a prep-
I don't even.
Only
know
only for the next 2 weeks.
What are you
prep
talking
prep
about?
for the next 2 weeks, and then
Oh, that's it?
Prep again. Yeah, no.
I'm not aware of what you're talking about.
I'm
Are you,
neither.
Bill?
Mm-mm. What's
Oh, you do too. He's a prepper because he's denying it.
I don't. Seriously.
You're denying it. You're
I think he was a preppy in school in high school.
No, wasn't that?
He
he
He's
still is a
preppy.
little bit.
Look at that.
Where you
Made
prep,
me look.
where you prep for the apocalypse.
Basically, yeah, you prep.
I did that a long time ago.
Now there is a show. There's actually a show. Preppers.
Called Preppers?
Yeah.
Oh, there is.
Really?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Check it out.
Is there any good information on it?
I don't know. I haven't watched it, but I know it's there.
Yeah.
So,
I have
But-
no idea.
but
never
yeah, I
watched
mean,
that.
some of these folks, I mean, their entire
Serious?
basement.
Are they serious?
It's looks like a Buc-ee's down underneath. So
They got the clean restroom.
ready
and
to go. Yeah,
Those-
ready.
Those people
Yeah,
are the ones I want to live next door to.
there you go. Yeah. You badmouth them now. Wait till you're hungry.
You better be nice to your neighbors because you don't know what's in their basement.
everything. Some people you don't know what's
Bill.
in their basement.
Bill has a story about an onion.
Oh, I do.
Right,
I do.
right.
What?
Oh yeah. What I was telling Curt. when I was in school down in Louisville.
This is going to be good because Bill can't. He's already about to
This
fit his
show is
teeth out.
completely woo.
Yeah.
Yep, we're out there.
Here, this is my favorite show that we do. Is when we just lose our minds. Go ahead, Bill.
No, when I was
I mean,
going
lose,
to
you
school
can't
down
find
in
me.
Louisville, you know, I had paid for everything. I mean, pretty much except for the $200 down my dad paid to get me out of the house. So,
And that was cheap.
yeah, but I paid for my food and my rent and all that. Well, it came down to one week that the only thing in my refrigerator was an onion, and that's what I ate that day, the day before I got my paycheck.
Like an apple, huh?
Oh man!
Did you really?
Oh my gosh, it was great. Thank God I had toothpaste. So
Because I might not have given you your paycheck.
I may not.
I have been told of stories. I won't name names that people used to go to like the bars and eat like the free popcorn and hors d'oeuvres or stuff they have set out.
Crackers.
Peanuts sometimes, you
Yeah.
know, like Texas Roadhouse sets out free peanuts.
And not
They-
order food?
Yes.
Like a poor man's
Or
french
water.
fries.
Yeah. I've
Really?
been told stories about people that have done that.
That's why places like that have started charging for salsa.
That's right.
Chips and salsa.
Oh, yeah.
Because people will go in and get water and just
You're right.
because you really used to you'd go to a Mexican restaurant and the chips and salsa were
Yeah.
complimentary.
Right.
I mean, some places still are, but like they kind of started. I mean, you got to ruin it for everybody.
I know. You do
I think
have
it
to
was
pay
the,
for
was
food,
it the
guys.
remember the ground round? They used to have popcorn. They'd bring popcorn.
Yes,
to you.
I love the ground round.
Yeah.
There was one in Bloomington, not
Yeah.
for very long.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been all over the world though already, so
Right.
But not to
good.
Buc-ee's.
But not till Buc-ee's.
full circle, folks.
Yeah.
And there you have it, the genius of Mark Raper.
back.
What are you looking forward to the most when you go to a Buc? I mean, what are you the restroom experience? Is that
No,
it?
no. I just want to walk in and go. Because you get that.
Here,
That's,
you can-
that's
yeah.
what I feel like it's gonna,
Yeah.
the experience is going to be like. Because everybody that stops at a Buc-ee's posts about it on social media.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I have social media envy.
I can prepare you a little bit. Have you been to Walmart on a Friday afternoon? That's going to be very similar
Or
to
at
the
a grocery store when it's about to snow.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Do they have carts? That's a telltale
Oh yeah,
sign.
they have cards.
Oh, see,
Oh.
that's completely
I had
different.
no
See?
idea.
Yeah, it's Micah Miger. It is. It's like I say. I think
our
it's a Micah.
apologies to the Meyer Corporation.
They have everything.
She butchers your name over and over again.
I butcher every single name I can. It's kind of one of my gifts.
They have the
I think
ice.
I got it from my dad.
They got ice
Nice.
cream machines. They have the slushy machine. They have everything you can imagine.
See?
And it's like a wall just goes all the way across of self-serve. All you want, whatever you want.
Wow.
Just pay at the counter,
I
please.
can't
Heaven
wait.
on earth.
I can't wait.
It's
Yeah.
craziness.
I'm excited about the Buc-ees.
Are you excited?
I'm a little confused about how they spell it.
I am too.
Yeah.
Is it
Busey-
B-U-C-C?
Yeah, before because I'm gonna
I think
gonna
it's
start calling them
B-U-C,
Buc-ees.
like 3's or something.
It's-
Okay, Sheena.
It's the Miger.
Wait a minute.
It's the Miger or the Buc-ees. I always thought it was Buc-ees, so that's kind of what I got.
It is. It's
I mean,
B-U-C-C, right?
E-E-S.
I think
But
it's.
there's a hyphen.
I think it's Buc-ee because there's a beaver as their mascot. Of
Right.
course.
Right.
You
yeah.
do a real good beaver imitation.
No,
I'm not kidding, folks.
Does he really?
Oh, he does. He does
Do
a
it.
great
just because.
Do it.
No,
Oh,
just
come
'cause
on.
Do it.
I
Come
can't.
on.
I'll not do it. I'll
Say
not
it
do
again.
Please.
Okay, I'll
Please do it. There it is, folks. There it is.
I missed it.
That's it. That's all you get.
Mike, if you
on.
don't have that on
It's on
camera,
video.
you're in so much trouble. Okay. Fantastic. Because I'm going to want to see
That's
that.
because I'm a big Oregon Beaver fan.
There you go.
Okay.
And a-
Oregon State.
right.
Excuse me.
And a Minnesota Gopher.
Oregon's
That's-
Ducks.
So.
Hey,
I know my mascot.
Okay.
that is a good place to take a break.
Oh,
and
please.
we're going to need to after that. So we'll be right back with the general store.
Let your local Farmers Insurance agent Christine Flynn put her experience to work for you. Christine Flynn proudly serves Monroe, Lawrence, and Greene County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Christine Flynn at 812-822-2905 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Christine Flynn at 812-822-2905. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Buy Now Closeouts, located at 3478 West 3rd Street in Bloomington. Buy Now Closeouts has everything you could possibly need for a remodel or new build. Vanities, sinks, faucets, in a wide selection of all shapes and sizes. Washers, dryers, cabinets, fixtures, everything at discount prices. Gas ranges, electric stovetops, huge slashes on name brand items. Need flooring? You'll find stacks of it. Everything you need for your bathroom, kitchen, and dining areas. Buy Now Closeouts. You've got to check this out before you go anywhere else. New items arriving weekly and our inventory changes all the time, so stop in and see what's in stock for you. Buy Now Closeouts at 3478 West 3rd Street, behind Crew Car Wash. Don't buy later, buy now.
Technology has become more complicated and is becoming more cost prohibitive to hire the in-house talent that you need to keep your business secure and running smoothly. The AME Group can help. Outsourcing the management of your business technology gives you access to a broad range of technical expertise for less than hiring directly. AME offers managed IT services including proactive monitoring, preventative maintenance, software management, device management, and 24/7 network support to keep your technology consistent and reliable. The AME Group has been servicing the local area for over 35 years. Give Orion a call at 812-320-0389 for a free on-site assessment for your business today.
Welcome back to the general store. The general store is not nearly as big as a Buc-ee's.
No.
Would you stop? Because what's
But
going to
our
happen
restrooms
is,
are just as nice.
They really are.
what's going to happen is I'm going to be talking about this to somebody, and I'm going to say Buc-ee's.
Why
I
would
know,
you do that?
and that's what makes it so
And,
fun.
and then
And they're going to look at you like you're an idiot.
and they're going to think I'm dumb.
They're not going to think it.
They're going to know
They're
it.
going to know that.
So, Miss Miger over here, stop.
Mind you.
Well, the we're talking about Buc-ee's. If you're just joining us, I don't know why.
This particular episode.
Because you've missed the whole first
Right.
The first segment was fantastic.
Sure.
So we were talking about Buc-ee's and how big they are. We've never been. We've never been.
We've never been.
You've
Right.
been.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But Mark was just showing us.
You could have my experience.
Yeah, Mark's not that impressed, but everybody
Well-
I ever see posting about it on social media is like rabid about this beaver.
I can see.
He's rabid about the beaver.
I can see why people like it. I get
Still
I
get
get
bit.
the thrill of it, but to me, it's just chaos. It's really very chaotic.
I'll be
inside.
anxious to see if I fit because I don't like chaos. Like when I've talked to you guys about this about my parking phobia. Like if something's going to be really busy and there's going to be a lot of people there, I got to get there like an hour early so I can get a parking spot because that chaos.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Right.
Anxiety.
They got plenty of parking. You don't have to worry about that.
Clearly.
Or like if I'm going to a store and there's a storm coming or like when COVID hit and I knew
Yeah.
everybody was going to be going to get that panicked me because I knew there was going to be a ton of people there and they were all going to be trying to get the same thing I was getting. I'm not going to get the things and
Now,
so
If you're like that, you may not like Buc-ee's.
so that's what I'm wondering. I'll be
I
anxious.
just want to make it
Well,
clear
the
that
particular time I went was very busy. Though it was during spring break, so they might have
okay.
been
No,
above normal.
A lot of people.
I just want to make it clear that when Sheila was describing all that Mike didn't do anything to the speed of the show.
No,
right
that's
there.
that's my
her,
anxiety.
That's her getting anxious.
Yes,
So
yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We're right here in the general store.
Easy.
See, there's
easy.
a fire going behind you. It's the 70.
Laid back.
So
we're okay.
Yeah, so we were talking about Buc-ee's and all of that, and then we got. So we're gonna veer off into another direction because you had mentioned in the last segment, do I just butcher the name of everything? And I do. Like I call Meyer stores, I call them Migers.
Right.
Me and Griffin do. We laugh every
To
time
be funny.
we say it.
It's funny.
Yeah.
No offense,
no.
Meyer.
Right. No. And Buc-ee's is Buc-ee's because at first because it is the odd spelling with the
Right.
hyphen and stuff.
Right.
That's what I thought it was. And so I mean I really did, and now I know that it isn't. I'm still going to call it that.
Right.
But like but I give everybody nicknames too. Like Griffin is Sky King. Now when he was in high school and he was running,
Yeah.
he's a great great runner. He was very fast.
He was Run King.
I called him Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Toy Story, the horse, ride like the wind.
Yeah, okay.
Bullseye.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so, and so now I call him Sky King. And my dad was always big on that. So, like,
My uncle always had nicknames for everyone.
I nickname everyone, and I really like girls. Like I have a friend, her name is Michelle, and I call her Mitch. Or if I've got a friend that's a girl and her name's Stephanie, I might call her Stevie.
Okay.
Like I do.
You're mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah. So
Very original.
Curdy Doodle,
Right.
right. And so, so my nickname. This is what's coming. So just be prepared.
From your dad?
So my dad, when I was a baby, apparently the story I was told when I was laying in the crib or whatever, I'd squirm all the time, and so he called me Worm.
Worm.
My nickname from my dad was Worm.
That's loving.
It is. I love it. But that's where Dad nicknamed everybody. Like he called, he nicknamed Garrett.
Gare Bear.
No, that was actually his Garrett's cousin. My niece named him that.
Okay.
No, Griffin's was Giffy Whistle.
Giffy Whistle.
Giffy Whistle. And why in the world can't I think of Dad's nickname for Garrett?
Giffy.
Gooby. Goober. Goober was his name. He nicknamed him Goober, and then it became
Gooby's a little bit different than Goober.
She messes names up. So
yes.
Even nickname.
No, Dad nicknamed him Goober, and then it morphed into Gooby. So his nickname for the boys, my boys, were Gooby and Giffy Whistle. And so I kind of got that apparently nickname Gene. So did you nickname, or did you have a nickname growing up?
Both. I do nickname my kids. Anything that I can think of.
Family show.
At the moment.
Family show. Family show.
At the moment, of course, I have 7, but
so the last 3 kids don't have nicknames. You're
really,
done. You ran out.
But Jackie-san, Samazon.
Let me guess, Joey-san.
Sammy's.
Oh,
no, JoJo.
Oh, JoJo.
JoJo, okay. and then when it came to the girl, it was a little different with girls. She
Queen, princess,
She was my little Grace, which morphed into Liddy Grace.
Liddy Grace,
right? And then when we got Aria, the next girl, when she cried, she kind of made that sound like a goose, and so she was Liddy Goose, and she still is. She finally told me about a week ago, "Don't call me that anymore." Yeah. She's getting older. Yeah.
Did you cry?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit internally, but in high school, I was nicknamed Zip. That was my nickname.
Because you were turn you sideways and stick your tongue out.
No, it's because I was so fast.
You look like
I was so fast. I was so fast.
Do you remember that
my
joke?
speed? No.
Because my dad would always tell that.
No.
That's where it came from.
Somebody was so thin.
Turn your head sideways.
Stick your
tongue out. Your tongue.
And you look like a zipper.
You look like a zipper. That was me. 159 pounds the day I graduated high school, same height.
6'10".
Wow. 6'10", 159.
So all the skinny jokes, heard them. Every single skinny joke that you can possibly think of, you can't.
You've never heard it before?
I've heard them all.
I've heard all the short jokes.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So I could hula hoop with a Cheerio.
Oh, nice.
There you go. That's always a good one. So any type of person from a starving nation, that was me.
Well, that's what Buck Sewer used to say about those kids that would play basketball. It was something like he's so thin he could get in a rain barrel and not get wet, or something like, or not hit, or something. It was something like that.
I'm not
Put my
sure
hands
that
against the shower wall so I wouldn't go down the drain.
Yeah. No, there was a Buck Sewer, because I remember the time he said it, I laughed so hard I was driving, I almost ran off the road. And it was something like that, being so thin in a rain barrel, but I can't remember how it.
Yeah, my high school coach nicknamed me that, and that stuck forever. In fact, if somebody hasn't seen me since high school, they will invariably call me Zip. Yeah.
No kidding.
No kidding.
So everybody in the school even called you that.
Yeah.
Was your,
yeah.
Interesting. Bill?
The only nickname I had for one of my kids was Michaela, and I called her Mike.
Oh, so, you did call her Mike.
Oh, yeah. And she didn't. I still call her that to this day.
See, I love that.
She doesn't like it.
She doesn't? Nope. I love that.
Quit that.
I love that.
But you do it anyway.
She goes by, or went by Mickey also.
Mickey.
Does she still go by Mickey, or is it more Michaela? Oh, okay.
Yeah, more. Unless
she's
I'm
so fun.
I call her Michaela.
Yeah.
So, and then Willie was my nickname growing up.
Oh, it was?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So did your dad?
William Williams.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do?
What can you say?
Not a lot to work with there, right?
No.
Let's go Willie.
Yeah, let's try that.
Steamboat.
Your dad and mom had a big imagination then? I mean, yeah, right. Okay, yeah, right.
Exactly. And I asked one time why they did that, and they said, well, it was good enough for your grandfather, and it'll be good enough for you.
Wow.
So was your granddad's name William Williams?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about that? So you didn't say another word after that?
No.
Now, what was your dad's first name?
Robert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Was his middle name William? I'm looking for the,
It's even worse, Leland. You ever? I haven't.
I know
knew
that.
a Leland.
Yeah, that's not a college, is it? Is it Leland? No, Stadium.
Oh,
Tennessee, right?
I don't know.
No, that's Neyland.
Oh, Neyland, yeah.
Sounds very similar.
Very similar. Thank you.
Different letters.
That's Google going up in
No
here.
different letters, but you're close.
You're close. You're close.
Couple letters. I tried.
It's okay, Zip.
Tried to get the stadium named after Dad.
There you go. There you go.
So did either of your other two kids get nicknames, or
No, no. I just normally called him.
you just really like
Hey,
just really like picking on Mickey?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, you two do pick on each other a lot, even still.
Unfortunately, we do.
Yeah.
She's a great
By
gal.
this morning, walking her dogs. Get out on the porch.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Funny, you guys have a great relationship, though. I think. So, what about you? Any
Not really.
nicknames?
Not really.
As kids growing up, not even from friends.
There was a nickname that you had when you first came to the
That's
post.
state police post.
Yeah.
Grocery.
That's-
I remember
you
that. I do
You
remember
remember
that.
that? Yeah.
And why
Yeah.
was that?
Because I was packing the groceries.
Really?
I still am.
I thought it was
I think it
because
was
maybe
his-
you like to eat.
He could eat up his weight in groceries.
Oh.
is
That's
what it
not what
was.
it was.
That's what
Eat
it
up
was.
his weight in groceries. Named him after a man of the cloths.
Was it Jerry Reed?
Called him Amos Mose. So that's where it came from.
But no,
Just like
not really. My uncle used to give him nicknames. I can't give all those out though.
Oh, family
were
show.
not
Family show.
terrible. I can give you one example. It's on the verge. Fart blossom. I mean, it's on the verge of being bad,
yeah.
but it's not terrible, is
That's a bad word in our house.
Mike Carter,
Scrub
please
it.
Scrub that out. That was all. No, I'm teasing. But
No, you're fine.
That's funny. I like it. I'm sure it was said in love.
I don't know.
Not necessarily. No, so
It wasn't my nickname.
Maybe it was.
It was
said
just a nickname that he used for some other, like Brett.
like some other people like Brett.
not naming any names.
So do you have any nicknames? You or Renata have any nicknames for your kids that you can say on the air? I saw the look in his eyes. He was thinking about it.
Saw the wheels.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they don't watch this, so it doesn't really matter. Pain 1 and Pain 2. I don't know. What do you think?
Take a minute.
I need to learn not to take a drink when he's talking.
Right. Yeah. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we don't really have any nicknames.
All right.
Now,
Well,
do
you're
you
no
nick-
fun. Go ahead.
do you-
Why
Yeah,
don't you-
exactly.
Do you nickname? See, I don't. Yeah, I've done my nicknames. Now, my dog, Harper, my favorite child,
Oh,
is.
you have a dog.
I know. You haven't heard of her probably, but she has lots of nicknames depending on the mood she's in. Harper or Sissy, but also Poophead or Butthole.
So
Or
behavior.
Butthead. I mean, she's like,
Hey.
she's very bossy and sassy and
What?
grumpy. Like she'll just growl at us, not like aggressive, but like she's literally like a teenager rolling
Yeah.
her eyes.
Yeah.
But she also has nicknames for everybody.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? So she calls Garrett Bear.
Oh.
Go work with me, and Griffin is Gilfin. He's Gilfin. That's her name for Griffin, and Perry is the big guy. And literally, if I say the big guy's home, she knows it's Perry. Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy? Because a lot of people call themselves mommy and daddy to their dog.
Okay.
I don't do
That's
that.
really. I know that. I know, but that's really where I kind of draw the line on the whole
Nicknaming things or pets?
fur baby thing. I just.
Oh, you don't like fur babies and
No.
like
Sorry
like
to all the fur baby parents out there, but I just
I'm not a
can't.
huge fan of the fur babies, but I will say that I'm her human. Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Do you have any nicknames for you? What?
Well, Perry nicknamed me Shorty.
Shorty. Okay.
That's what he nicknamed me
Okay.
when
Yeah.
We started dating, and then that kind of stuck with all his friends, and sometimes calls me Short O, but other than that,
I think I call you Blondie a lot. Don't
Blondie,
I?
or Blondation Nation, or something like that.
Blondation Nation.
And you were always Curdy Doodle or Sergeant Doodle.
Now Doodle came from
Durnal. And that actually came from Allison Hepner, I think.
Okay, yeah.
I think her kids, or I don't know if one of her kids
mispronounced it or something.
Couldn't say Durnal, and they called you Doodle. And then, of course.
Oh, you're not going to miss an opportunity.
Yeah, so that's what you became, Sergeant Doodle.
Right. So I'm good.
Yeah, so I don't have Mr. Bill.
Right.
It's kind of our nickname for Bill, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really have we don't really have a nickname for Mark. We're going to have to come up with something.
No, we're good.
I think that's a...
No, really, we're good.
Top fans.
Yes, let's do top fans.
Let's get to it.
I do have one skinny joke I wanted to tell Curt. Maybe he hasn't heard this one.
I've heard it.
You're so skinny, you have to wear a belt when you wear spandex.
Now, spandex wasn't around back in the 80s.
So it's a new joke.
It's a new joke. Thank you. So, yes, I'll have to.
That's original for you?
That's original.
That's what I was shooting for.
Good job, bud.
Very good.
Top fans, Bill.
Well, it's a great way to wrap up the episode with our top fans.
All right. Shout out to Carol Stanton, Dave Stapp, Lauren Harding, Delbert Hayes, who's a top fan, I might
Multiple.
add.
Yep.
Awesome.
Renata.
What?
She makes another appearance.
Renata.
Pamela Ngotti, top fan. Jeff Fincham, Debbie Taylor, and Skip Chambers.
Very good.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Thank you to our top fans.
And thank you to all of our followers, viewers, listeners. Be sure and check us out on YouTube as well. We'd love for you to subscribe there. But the big one is to share it with your friends. We'd like to reach as far and wide as we can.
That's right.
So
even this episode.
right. Sometimes you just got to go off the rails. We encourage you to try it sometime within the law.
It's fun.
Anyway,
within the law.
Within the law.
Thank you.
That's very important. All right. Thanks to Mike and Carter, the 70X7 studio. This has been the General Store, WCSM's General Store. If it's the Lord's will, we'll see you next week.